watch night service. What's a watch night anyway? Why do we have to stare at the sky? It's crazy. We have to go to church too. Man, I can think of a lot of good things to do. Hey, Calvin, I'm at Delaware. What are we gonna do at church? Doesn't sound fun. I don't know. We went last year to watch night service. Now we have to go again. And I gotta wear my coat outside because it's getting cold. Yeah. Maybe my dad knows why we have to go to watch night service. Yeah. Boy, what a way to spend New Year's Eve.
Alright guys, you want to know about Watch Night? Well, it all started really back in 1862. Now, President Abraham Lincoln, our 16th President of the United States, signed something called the Emancipation Proclamation. It was an executive order. It stated that all slaves belonging to states that had been in rebellion or are in rebellion against the Union would be free. That meant this, that if a slave was to escape to the North or a slave was to escape to the Union lines, which meant that's where the soldiers were, they would be free. Now, the Emancipation Proclamation didn't free slaves in all 50 states or all the states. It just freed the slaves in the states that were in rebellion against the United States. So, go to watch night service because on January 1st, 1863, this executive law or executive order signed by the president became the law. And what happened was slaves would gather throughout the South, and they were in churches and some houses. And when I say churches, they were in their own churches, which were basically just sheds or some made houses that were on the small slave cabins that were on the plantations. And what they did was they gathered and they prayed. And when the clock went to 12 midnight, they rejoiced because they knew that their plight in the South was over as slaves. And if they made it to the Union lines, they could be free. And that's what the slaves knew. And that's why all these years later, African American churches celebrate Watch Night. It's a night that African Americans remember the years of slavery and when those years came to an end if they could get their freedom. So, that's why we celebrate Watch Night service. It's a part of our African American heritage.
So that's why at 12 midnight, everybody begins to praise and thank God. They praise and thank God for so many things. But you know, I didn't know that was the meaning and the reason that we celebrate, especially as African Americans, it's New Year's Eve, and we call it Watch Night. Now I know! I didn't know that was a part of our heritage. Well, now that I know that, this year, Watch Night is going to take on a different meaning for me. Well, have a great night, guys!